welcome to your PD and this is Shobha. So this video is for all the ones who are preparing for the role of Scientist P in NIC, National Informatics Center. And through this video, I'm going to cover up some very important HR questions which can be asked in your interview. So you see, whenever you're preparing for the HR, be ready that you have to target multiple dimensions while it's in its preparing journey. Like if you're there in the HR or you can say you're in the final interview, the HR panel can ask, or you can say put up all the questions which are completely related to the organization. So basically about NIC, the current chairman, the history and the website related questions. They want to test your knowledge that have you come well prepared while reading their website or not. The second focus can be entirely about you, where they are testing about your achievements, regrets, SWOT analysis, introduction and all these things. They are coming in the category of basically about you. The third category can be about your job experiences, if you had any, and if you did not, so what can be the reason behind it. So it can be about your job profile related questions. It can be about your academic background, or it can be related to the job profile you are going to cover in that organization. So you see, the dimensions are very much, and similarly you are to be ready for yourself in all these dimensions. Now I am going to discuss some very important questions which have been the feedback of our students in the last years, that what have been the questions which they were asked in their interviews. And don't forget to download the documentation. The link is there in the description box, because the best is when you just see the documentation, read it out aloud and practice it on your own first and then come with the snaps with us. Now let's start with this questionnaire. And the very first is when I talk that the focus should be about NIC, that is about the organization. So the questions can be, under which ministry does NIC come and who is the minister in charge for it? When was it established? What is the vision, mission and objectives of NIC? For this you should be clear that what is the meaning actually of vision, mission and the objectives of NIC, and one very important thing, that how these things comprehend with your mission and vision in life. Then it is, what are different work domains of NIC? Name some emerging technologies, the main role of NIC. Name some governance initiatives and Digital India programs of government. Difference between e-governments and good governments. Digital India's mission. You have to name some products or services of NIC. From where you got the inspiration to join NIC, or is there anyone known who is there in NIC already of yours? Have you seen a website of NIC? And yes, if you have seen, what are the suggestions that you would like to mention it out, or how would you rate our website out of 10? Then it is, who is the Director General of NIC? You have to tell something about Swachh Bharat Mission. Have you about our Agya Setu app? What is e-office, e-shram? Then is Bhunaksha. Then it is your, what if you don't get into NIC, so what's your plan B? Why do you want to join NIC, or are you targeting other organizations also? What do you like in NIC? How has been your past experience and how it has been relevant for you in the job profile of NIC as a position of Scientist P? What is plan B if not NIC? The same thing which I mentioned before. When did you hear about NIC for the very first time? Do you know applications of blockchain technology? How can AI be used for the welfare of society? What are ethical considerations of AI? Should robots place human beings? Name some different centers of excellence of NIC. What is the role of data analytics in societal services? And what is Metaverse, its applications? Why was NIC recently in news? So whenever you are learning about NIC, don't forget to go through the documentation. Second part is, go through the, you can say website in that, or you can simply say about NIC in Google. Then in the news section, you have to read about the prominent news about NIC, because it is very, very important what has been the last 6 month news. Everything is not important for sure, but some of the news things which are already there in the documentation also. Apart from that, you can also read it from the website one. Then it is your about you. Basically now the interest shifts only, the focus is where about you. Your hobbies and interests, your SWOT analysis, strength, weaknesses, academic and personal background, what has been your past achievement, past failures, if there is a gap, why there is a gap in career, why did you not join any job so far, because they do want to ask that why you have not taken campus placement, or why you have not been to the job since long, what if there is a gap in your journey, in your career approach, how are you upskilling yourself? So if there was a gap, How did you upskill yourself, you can say, for the preparation journey? Your contribution to the nation and society so far, because this is very important, because whenever I ask the students in an interview why you want to go for NIC, their first thing is, ma'am, I think that my main focus to join NIC is, the reason is because I want to contribute towards nation. So have you done the contribution on your personal grounds before this, or what are your approach, what is your approach in future once you join NIC, or if you did not even join NIC? Then is, how are you unique, something special about you, why we should consider you instead of others, your short term, long term goals and objectives, 3 most important reasons that you think that you should be considered. How do you spend your time when you have nothing to do? Who is your best friend? Which place would you like to visit? So some generic questions which were completely related to you. Then about your academic background, about the projects, about your internship program. If you have not joined MTech, what is the reason? And if you did, then why did you join MTech? What is your application of MTech project? Now see, many a times I have heard from the students that I started my MTech only because I wanted to pass my time. It's a very irrelevant answer. So these are the choice of words which you need to actually improve it out. What is the application of MTech project? Why not an MNC? Why you could not get job through campus placement? What another alternative you have kept for yourself, and why you did not do MTech if you wanted to join as scientist? It is a very, very important question, because students generally take a gap after their bachelor's and they did not join as a position of, they did not join anywhere. So the question is that if you have not joined anywhere, you could do higher studies if you were really planning to be a part of it. So basically this answer should be very well prepared, and that is what I need your subjectivity also before I guide you. Then it is about your job experiences. Tell us about your job experience, your roles and responsibilities. Why do you want to leave your job, or if you have left it, what was the reason? Why do you think that NIC is better job, or what was wrong in your previous job? So basically they are checking your level of your approach, your mindset, that are you focused towards that or you are not focused, or are you just complaining about your previous job? That should not be your attitude. That has some attitudinal issues with the organization. What are your achievements in previous job, your contribution to past jobs, what did you learn in your job, how will your past job experience help you in NIC, why will you not leave NIC in future if you got some better options, how do you think you have, what about your research temperament, how do you think you can make a good scientist, why do you want to become a scientist, why not R&D in top MNCs, and tell us about problems you faced in your previous job. So all these questions were related to some important domain, and that was about your job experiences. Listing one more category I would like to mention is that location of job and job profile. What if we post you in South India, far from your home? Like, are you comfortable in the job relocation and the food barriers if you have any? So what about food barriers? What about job relocation? Or what about the jargon problem, the communication barrier which you might face because you are from a north category, north person, and you are to be in the south. So how would you overcome that space or language issues? Okay, given the choice, which work profile would you like to choose? Would you like to join your home district? If we post you in Tamil Nadu, how shall you communicate with others? How shall you maintain work-life balance in case of job pressure? And even how would you manage the stress and pressure if there is any in the job? Are you ready to work extra hours in case of project pressure? And do you prefer home, state, location, or you're open to anything? So you see, in this video, I've shared multiple categories with you. Do not forget to download the documentation. The reason is very simple, because once you have the documentation in your hand, it becomes very comfortable for you also to practice those questions in front of the mirror and with the snaps in with us, right? So all the best, keep preparing. I'll be coming soon with some of the solutions, and if you have any particular question that you're not able to answer, you can please drop up in the comments. I would be so happy to help you out in their comments too. So all the best, keep preparing, and see you soon in the next video. Bye-bye.